I'm gonna go over how to fish tubes for lake trout. Now this is the 3.75 inches, actually like a 4-inch white glow chartreuse tube that's available at bendandfish.com. Now I'm going to show you a bunch of different tips and tricks and like tube modifications to really get honed in on what the lake trout want to do that day with tubes. Now I don't fish a lot with tubes because I really like swim baits because they act a little bit better on the runaway technique. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to jig it. We're going to rig it up with a 3/4 ounce level jig head. Hopefully that sun's not glaring too bad on the jig there. But see how that's balanced right there on both sides of the jig? That helps that tube stay down perfectly. And these are super 2X strong hooks. If you go to your local tackle shop or even Bass Pro and get bass tubes, they are lighter wire. You will bend those out if something goes wrong. So make sure, you don't have to buy my stuff, don't care. Make sure you get nice stout hooks. And then usually lake trout plastic for tubes is more heavy duty than plastic for bass, and it doesn't have salt usually mixed into it, which makes it more fragile but makes it sink faster. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to lubricate both of these with water or a spit. My stuff is non-lead, so you can literally go lick it like that if you want to. It's a bismuth tin, which makes it lead free, and jam that tube right in there. Okay, so we're just going to fish the standard tube first, and then we're going to do some modifications. Quite a few of them, actually. So one of the first modifications that I like to do, since they're being a little finicky down there, is put some sort of scent on it, and I'm hoping this stuff isn't completely frozen, which I think. So with tubes, you can just put the gel right on the outside, or any sort of scent. Right now this is just gulp scent. Or you can jam it up into the inside here where it won't come off as easy. So right in the belly there. And don't let your scent freeze. So I just started using this stuff, scent pocket stuff from Gulp. And then I also use Procure Smelt, and then I use Alewife oil as well. So we're going to put that down there. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, he hit it. Oh, I got him, missed him. Come back for it. Come back for it. No, I just lost that one, so I'm pretty sure that scent helped quite a bit. Come on, it's chasing me. Got him. Got him right in the bottom. Down there. Just a little guy. Oh, he almost went back in the hole. There we go. Just a little guy, but this works on bigger fish too. We just don't have access to fish until tomorrow, where I'm going tomorrow. Back in. So I want you guys to see, let me get all the freaking ice out of the hole here. The profile down there is pretty big, and they basically never stop. Those tentacles are always kind of flowing around there. So I'm going to treat you guys one more trick, especially if your Lakers are a little bit finicky. Is what you can do is most of these tubes are either hand cut, or the ones that I sell are molded right into it. What you can do is pluck out and don't throw this stuff on the ice. Pluck out a few, I don't know, like every third one of the tails here. Try not to stick myself with the hook. And we're just making this a smaller profile when they're chasing it, so it doesn't look like such a such a big bait, especially for finicky lakers like I have to fish for. So looks a little bit more beat up. Let's send that down. And we still got scent trapped up in there. And that scent came off the outside, so make sure you put that scent up and around the jig there. And the other thing you guys can do is you can tip the back of the jig with a shiner or a smelt or whatever forage you have in your lake, or a piece of sucker belly. People like to fillet the bottom of a sucker fish and cut it into little tiny strips so it kind of looks like the back of a tube, and put that hook that on there. So it kind of like flaps the same way as a tube does. So what's great about tubes is it's just a staple for lake trout, obviously. Lots of people use them, lots of people sell them. They work great, and they don't really resemble anything. They're kind of like a catch-all, like the Senko of the bass world or the woolly bugger of the fly fishing world. It's just kind of like, it just catches fish. It just works great. What we want to do technique-wise is we want to keep just bouncing it on bottom, and we're stirring up bottom. Now there is a fish here in New Hampshire that is called a slimy sculpin, and I'm sure there's slimy sculpin are pretty much everywhere, I think. I'll do a little research on that. But what these fish do is they're on the bottom, and they're kind of like a goby too, if you guys know what gobies are. They kind of like scoot around bottom, and they're like literally glued to bottom, and they scoot, they kind of hop. And I actually have some underwater footage of them scooting along in the bottom when I was ice fishing a couple years ago. And that's kind of what we're representing here, along with a burbot. A burbot is that big head and that little skinny tail that's kind of always moving, which is like a cheeseburger for a lake trout. So tubes work. This is the 3.75 size, and then we have the 4-inch, and then I have glide tubes that have the wings on them too that hop around a lot more. I think they're a little too big for this lake, so that's why I'm not using them here. And then just to, as we're in the same segment here, I'm gonna bang it on bottom a bunch. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a false chase. So lakers in this particular lake, the water is clear to, let me actually see how far I can see my jig down there. I can see my jig to about 20 feet down there, so I'm running a pretty long leader. Lakers can see a tremendous distance. One, because this is glow in the dark. Two, because of the water clarity. And so you need to cover that water column and then constantly recharge this so it's as nice and bright as it can be. And I'm going to glow this for a second, and I'm going to... So when we're doing that column check, we'll catch high flyers, and now that fish can see that jig from a very far distance away. So 20 feet plus whatever they can see up. If it's just hopping in the mud down there, they're hearing that, and they can see it if they're scooting on bottom and it hops up just above. Because right now we're in kind of a bowl area, and we have a small hump over to my left. And this is a smelt-based lake. That's why we're using smaller tubes. If we were on a Cisco or a very burbot-centric lake, I'd be using like the 6-inch tube with the 2-ounce jig head in there. Oh, there comes one. Let's see if we can get him to chase. It's a little big for them to chase. Oh, that one might. Ho, 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 ho. He was fired. Oh, there's 3 of them. So we're going to take him right to bottom here. Right to bottom. Come on. Those fish were hot. Oh, they are hot. And just like that, they're gone. Oh, I had him. Here he comes, here he comes. Come back for it. No. Just missed that one because I was on my phone. Always chasing it hard. Come on. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh. Oh, I had him. Oh. Oh. Got him. Classic chase. Stay away from that transducer, please. That's a bigger one. Nice. He's bleeding a little bit, but he's going right back in. Here he comes. Got him. They love the tubes. Just a little guy. There he is. So this lake is littered with hammer handle sized Lakers, but they love the tubes here. Love them, love them, love them. Now there's one more thing that I like to do with tubes that I forgot in the truck is take Spike It or any sort of lure dye. Spike It's the brand that I use. They make a marker one now because the bottle stuff spills and it just stains everything chartreuse. Especially for the white ones here, you can basically make it into a hot spot. So take that marker, and I'll pull up a video or a picture of Spike It right now. So you can mark the head of it, or you can mark just the tail, just something to give it just a little bit difference than that solid chartreuse glow. I've seen that make a big difference at the end of the day for numbers. You can also use dress tubes. So actually, when you buy tube jigs, they're basically, there's nothing on them, they're not painted or anything like that. You can take like bucktail or marabou or tinsel and tie stuff on there if you're like a fly tire, and that adds another coat of color and movement underneath that tube. So there's a lot of things you can do to really spruce up some tubes. Or you can take a black Sharpie and put eyes on either side if you want to. I haven't found that necessary anywhere I go where I fish tubes. So I can see a couple Lakers just pushed off just to the right of me. So we're gonna pound bottom here and see if we can get them to come over. Oh, here comes a chaser right here. That was a fake chase and he's still committing to it. Oh. So we got a bright sunny day today. I feel like they lose it when it's bright and sunny like that, closer to the surface. Because these fish are basically shooting straight up, and they don't close their mouth until they feel something in their mouth. It's kind of an interesting thing to watch on an underwater camera. That fish came screaming for it. Oh, on my phone. Whoa, he spooked. Here he comes again. Oh, he's fired, he's fired, he's fired. Oh, he slacklined me, you little monster. So slackline is when I can't reel fast enough and they overrun me. And they basically push the jig up so I can't set the hook. Got him. Oh, no, he's off. Oh, he's on it again. Yeah. He's hit it 3 times. I don't know if this camera's recording. It's not recording. This lake trout, in his infinite wisdom, hit this thing 3 times. Yeah, you. All right, we're going to give this spot 3 more minutes, but the bite has officially slowed down and the wind has picked up. But those are some tips and tricks to modify tubes and how to fish for lake trout with tubes. So, if you guys want to support the channel, visit benefish.com. If you want to watch more lake trout videos, either click here or click here, and I'll see you on one of those next videos.